A pen producing company knows that on an average 10% of the produced pens are always defective and so are rejected before picking. Company promises to deliver 7,200 obviously pens, right? I mean, I think it's missing here, right? 7,200 pens to its wholesaler at rupees 10 each, right? At rupees 10 each. It estimates the overall profit on the manufactured pens to be 25%. What is the manufacturing cost of each pen? What is the manufacturing cost of each pen? So if you see, there is a pen producing company which knows that on an average 10% of the produced pens are always defective, right? 10% pens are defective and so are rejected before picking. These are not saleable, right? These 10% pens are not saleable. Now this company has promised to deliver how many pens? 7,200 pens to a wholesaler at rupees 10 each. And it has estimated that the overall profit on the manufactured pens, overall profit on the, remember, manufactured pens, not on the sold pens. Are you able to follow? The profit is being calculated only on the manufactured pens, not on the sold pens. So overall profit on the manufactured pens will be 25%. What is the manufacturing cost of each pen is the question. Now first and foremost, understand what will be the income of the company. What will be the income? See, income is equal to price into quantity. The company has promised to sell 7,200 pens to this wholesaler at rupees 10 each. So their income will be 7,200 into 10, which is 72,000, right? The company is estimating a profit of 25%. The profit is equal to 25%. So can you tell me what is the cost? What is the expenditure? You know the income and you know the profit. Can you find out the expenditure? Yes. Expenditure will be 72,000 into 100 by 125. I mean, you know this basic calculation. I mean, income is like selling price, expenditure is like cost price. So selling price is always 125%. So 7,200 by 125% into 100% because we are trying to find out the cost price, which is the expenditure. I hope all of you know this equation very well. And when you actually solve it in the exam, you should not write the first two equations here. You should directly write expenditure equation. Right? 72,000 into 100 by 125. Solve this now. What happens? 25 into 4, 25 into 5. So 72,000 by 5 will be what? 14,400. 14,400 into 4. How much is that? Or whatever. Let's keep it like this. I'm sure there is more calculation. So basically, the expenditure of the company 72,000 into 4 by 5. 72,000 into 4 by 5. This is the total cost. For how many pens? For how many pens is the question? Is it 7,200 pens? Answer is no. This is not the cost for 7,200 pens. Remember, the company knows that 10% of the produced pens will get rejected because they are defective. So if it has promised to deliver 7,200 pens, they should produce more number of pens. Are you able to follow? They just cannot produce 7,200 and deliver 7,200. There is some leakage here. So I can say that 90% of their production is 7,200. 100% of the production is equal to what? Why are we taking 90% of the production as 7,200? Because 10% will get rejected, right? Only 90% will get sold. So that 90% is equal to 7,200. 100% is equal to what? When you cross multiply, what do we get? We'll get 8,000. I mean, simple, right? This calculation is simple. 8,000 is 100%. 10% loss is 800. 8,000 minus 800, 7,200. Or cross multiply. 72 by 9 is 8. 8 into 100. I mean, 8 into 1,000. 8,000. So the expenditure here is for not for 7,200 pens, it is for 8,000 pens. Okay, so he's asking us to find the manufacturing cost of each pen. Cost of each pen, cost per pen will be how much? This 72,000 into 4 by 5 divided by 8,000. Do that calculation, you'll get the answer. Are you able to follow? Why are we dividing by 8,000? Because total pens produced by 8,000. So 72,000 by 8,000 is how much? 9. 9 into 4, 36. 36 by 5 is 7.2. And your answer to this question would be option 2, 7.2.